and how you create a folder and what they're useful for. So a folder is really where you put your files, which is things that you create, documents, photographs, etc. And you can create them quite easily and put them in useful places. I tend to, with the project, create a folder on my home screen, which is where we are now. I'll just wiggle the mouse, and we'll start from here. So the first way of creating a folder is to go up to File, then go down to New Folder, and the folder will appear somewhere on your screen, in front of me. It's here. So that says Untitled Folder. So we go into that, click on that, those words, and click the Delete key, which is found on the backward facing X in a very funny shape on the keyboard, depending on what sort of machine you're using and what keyboard. It'll be helpful if they actually marked it delete, but never mind. So we do that, and then we click into the folder, we give it a name. So I'm going to call it New Folder 2. And then, as we've done that, and we know what it is, I'll shift it away from the other things and start using it. First thing you can do is just, you've downloaded things from the net, put them on your desktop like we mostly do, but we're going to think of putting this into a project. So we just grab it with the mouse, drag it over, and drop it into that folder. And there you see it's dropped in quite nicely. So what are we going to do with this folder? What we'll do is we'll move it into the Documents folder, so it becomes a subfolder. So we'll just pop into that using Finder and go to Documents. Just pull the screen down and drag the folder in there. So that's you can see it there now. We'll double click on it to make sure it's still okay, and there is our little piece of work. So that's one way of creating a folder on a Mac. So we'll just close this off. So the second way is to right click the mouse in the home screen, and we get a nice little pop-up comes up, and the first thing it says is New Folder. And so we'll drag something else into that new folder. So there we are. That now contains another piece of work. We'll check that, make sure it's there, and it is. There is also a keyboard shortcut to create folders, but I'm going to be teaching something on that later, and so I think this probably gives enough. Keyboard shortcuts are an area in themselves that are quite complex, but I think we'll get onto those in the next session, and there is a program to help. So that's that for today. Thank you. What is a folder, and how you create a folder, and what they're useful for?